My name is Bruce Boise, and I'm a whistleblower. You would have an aunt or an uncle or a sister that would get a product because of their knee pain, not knowing that it could kill them. And so you come home and you talk to your aunt or uncle or a relative or sister or brother, and they're on the floor. They're dead. I was an area manager for Cephalon, and Cephalon was promoting Actiq, Gabitril, and Provigil off-label. It was a lollipop, and so it was coated, but they would find the patient dead on the floor with the stick in their mouth. The family members would have no idea why that person died. They would have no connection to that. And the doctor would say, well, why did Mrs. B die? She shouldn't have died from that, because the doctors weren't told the truth and the patients weren't told the truth. Provigil was probably the most benign of the off-label, but for Actiq, it was a fentanyl product. And so what happens with that is that, you get drug-naive patients to opioids taking a fentanyl product first time, and which is disaster. And they literally ran into problems immediately. They had five migraine patients overdosed right together. I mean, it was like right away. The company just did not tell the truth about what they were doing. Who's going to tell the truth about this? Who's going to step up? And I thought, you know what? I think you will pick up these cards, because it is the right thing to do. You have patients and the doctors not knowing what the company's doing and hiding the information. You can't have a company promoting a fentanyl product like this for migraine patients that are going to possibility of overdosing. And we're not even talking about addiction and issues of addiction from there. And so it was really important, I thought, that would get out. And I had no idea about a whistleblower. I had no idea about any of that. I didn't even know how to contact anybody. I had no idea to contact, who was I going to talk to? It was mentioned to me that it was ketamine law. And I talked to my son, and my son said, well, Dad, that's Latin. Go look it up, Google it. And Phillips Cohen came up.
We've done these kind of cases before. We have experience in them. You're a very worthy whistleblower, whether you're first to file or not. You've really, clearly are the person that led to the creation of this investigation.
In 2000, I got divorced because of a lot of this that was going on. And, and I lost everything. And what you lose and how you feel about society, or being outside of society as a whistleblower, but it affects the family, not just you as a person.
He threw himself into the situation, lost everything, and only after the fact did he learn there was any possibility that anything good could come back to him other than just having done the right thing. Anything, financially, anything that would help him fix his life and get his family's life back together. So, in my mind, he's a hero in that respect.
Once Peter and his group sort of took over, then it was really, the burden was off me. It was really, I felt very good about that. I felt really good about that I had somebody in my corner that understood what I felt like and why I did what I did. When you lose everything and you think you're doing the right thing, but you just really get beat up in life, it's wonderful to have somebody comes in and says that, hey, we understand what you're trying to do. You need somebody that is an expert here. And so it changed pretty drastically from there.
For me, fighting for the underdog in that circumstance was really appealing and something I felt compelled to do for myself because it was just the right thing to do. So, when he first asked us why we were taking that, that's basically what I told him. It's like, you deserve the help. Make sure that you don't end up getting run over because you did the right thing and end up having, losing everything and having it be a tragedy. Let's try to make it, as a good an outcome as we can for you.
I think that you got to have great representation, and you have to have really competent representation. And you have to have a sense of a law firm that understands what you go through. Because if you don't have that, they don't know how important it is for your family and yourself to be made whole. It was really difficult, still is difficult. It just shows how important it is what Phillips and Cohen does and how wonderful here was.